I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated. Okay, we will now have the clerk do our roll call. Could we please have silence? The meeting is now in order, so we ask that you tone it down so we can hear one another.
Councilmember Archibald?
Here.
Councilmember Haremza?
Here.
Councilmember Lamb? Councilmember Mosrak?
Here.
Councilmember Payton?
Here.
Councilmember Pemberton?
Here.
Mayor Ashford?
Present. Council members, you have before you the regular city council meeting of June the 8th, 2026. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Moved by Mayor Pro Tem Archibald, supported by Councilmember
Which one?
Mosrak. Okay, is there any discussion? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Councilmember Archibald?
Yes.
Councilmember Haremza?
Yes.
Councilmember Mosrak?
Yes.
Councilmember Payton?
Yes.
Councilmember Pemberton?
Yes.
Mayor Ashford?
Yes. Council members, before we go through the agenda, I have an amendment under presentations. It says here, City Manager James Freed will present an honorary plaque to Deputy City Manager Cynthia Bloomfield in recognition of her 8 years of dedicated service to the City of Port Huron. And just for the audience acknowledgement, usually the mayor, this is the mayor's role to, do these ceremonial things. So I don't want you to think I'm sitting up here looking good and sick. So Mr. Freed has asked to do this because it's one of his direct reports. So I'm going to grant that, even I agree with it too, so it's fine. But I just don't want things to get mixed up here, and I don't want him to make it a habit. So I just want everybody to be on the same page. So I understand that. So we're going to move forward. And then I'm going to call for a vote also. Can I call for a motion on that? That amendment?
Are you making the motion?
Yeah, I'm making
Okay.
the motion. Moving it.
Mayor Ashford, what is the motion, sorry?
To allow him to present the plaque to Cynthia Bloomfield. It's usually a mayor's responsibility to do that.
I think I'm confused as well.
You're confused?
Well, because on the agenda it says he is presenting it. Are you
Yeah,
making a motion to
and
change that
I
or to
had-
leave him doing that?
No, to change that, because usually I would be doing that, and he took
Thank
it
you.
upon himself to list it as that. So I just want to make sure the record is clear.
So you're wanting to do it, correct?
No, I want,
Okay,
he
okay.
can do it.
I think that's where the confusion
I'm
is.
giving him permission.
Madam Mayor. Madam Mayor, the mayor and council received communication from the city attorney today. It is incorrect. I do not,
His is incorrect?
yes, no, you are incorrect. I do not need your permission. It's on the agenda as it was presented. The amendment you put forth doesn't change anything, as the city attorney directed to you earlier today. This is allowed. This is past practice.
Okay, so hold it right there. So I'm calling for point of order. So I could call for point of order, because I think it is not right, because if it's the mayor's role, the mayor should do that. And if I'm agreeing to do that in spite of he's not in charge of point of order. So, point of order, and we can vote.
What's the vote on?
The vote is on the motion to have you present the,
But it's already on the agenda.
it's already on the agenda, but I'm giving the permission.
But per the advice of the council today,
The council,
as the legal counsel sent to all the mayor and council today, we don't need your permission.
so you don't need your permission to, well, why can't the council vote?
Voting on
Well,
what?
how can you be doing my job? You're the city manager.
As the city attorney instructed you today, I am not
No,
taking
I
any.
did read the city
Okay.
attorney, and he also said you should take a vote.
Okay, that's if you wanted to change the agenda, which you're not changing the agenda.
Okay, well, I am going to change the agenda to let the mayor do it.
Okay, so that's your motion now.
Okay, that's my motion. Okay, you pushed it. I was trying to give you a lifeline, but okay. even I know how the vote's gonna come out. Okay, so I change it.
Second, you need someone.
Okay, second.
Mayor Ashford? I think it's clear what you're stating, that normally this is a mayor's job to do because it is a ceremonial position, but she's also just not wanting to change the agenda, if I'm clear. You just wanted to state that normally you would be the one that would give out this honor. So I think it's pretty clear moving forward.
So what are you?
Well, I don't think we necessarily need to vote on it. I think you're just making it clear that normally this would be your responsibility.
Correct.
So in the future, moving forward, I think you have every right to state that and to change the agenda before we enter into the meeting.
Oh, okay. All right. Now I'm totally confused. Okay.
Yeah, we still
so
have your motion on the table.
We still have
There's
a
no
motion on the
second.
table. Okay, so in other words, we have to vote on that motion.
I need a second.
Okay. Is there a second? It just need a second. Yeah, just for formality.
The motion is for
Yeah,
the
a
agenda
second.
not to do it.
The motion is, correct me if I'm wrong now, to change the agenda, correct? To have the mayor.
Okay, yeah, to have the mayor do it, okay. If there is no second, then the motion fails.
Correct.
Okay, we may proceed.
So our first presentation tonight is going to be a proclamation to recognize the month of June as LGBTQIA+ Pride Month.
Great. I think the president is going to accept this. Lisa? No. Leslie. Okay. Oh, Leslie, you're gonna- oh, okay. So did you just get elected?
Yes, the other president had
Oh,
to remove herself.
congratulations.
Oh, thank
Okay. Okay, here goes, Leslie. It says, whereas the city of Port Huron recognizes and proclaims the month of June 2026 as LGBTQIA+ Pride Month throughout the city, and whereas throughout the state of Michigan, 373,000 individuals represent the LGBTQIA+ community, and whereas LGBTQIA+ individuals have had an immeasurable impact of the cultural and the civic successes of our communities, and whereas acknowledged Pride Month in the city of Port Huron creates a foundation of promoting equality, visibility, and dignity for LGBTQIA+ individuals in our community and around the world. And whereas the city of Port Huron continues to work towards maintaining an inclusive community in which all citizens, past, present, and future, are respected and recognized for their contributions to our city, the state, the country, and the world. And whereas during Pride Month, it is important to focus on providing resources, increase awareness, and extend our support to our friends and family, and to be a part of the social movement towards an inclusive future. Now, therefore, I, Anita R. Ashford, by the authority vested in me as mayor of the city of Port Huron, do proclaim June 2026 to be LGBTQIA+ Pride Month in the city of Port Huron in support of an inclusive community. In witness whereof, I should say, I do hereby set my hand and cause the corporate seal of the city of Port Huron to be affixed this 22nd day of June 2026. Anita R. Ashford, Mayor of the city of Port Huron, congratulations. Would you like to have any words?
I would indeed. Hello, everyone. Thank you, Mayor.
You're talking through here. Okay,
Yeah.
I just want you to face here because we see everybody. Yeah, it's okay.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Gotcha.
Okay.
All right. It seems very strange to have my back to all of you. I apologize. But I want to thank you, Mayor Ashford, and the City Council, and all the people that are here in Port Huron. It is really an honor to accept this on behalf of our community. It's important that we all realize that Blue Water Allies is the only center serving the LGBT, and it's a very long list of letters, and it keeps getting longer. We are the only place in the whole Thumb region. So what we do is important, it's meaningful, and it's critical for many people. I also want to make a really important point that we are an inclusive center. So we are open to the public, anyone who is in support of the values of kindness, inclusivity, acceptance is more than welcome. We do a lot of different activities, we have events, we have great music, live music, we have educational programs, we provide services and resources, not just to the LGBTQ+, but to anyone who walks in our doors that we can assist. What else? The other thing is that we are supported totally by donations. So any of you who feel inclined, we would greatly appreciate you going and, first of all, checking out our website, our Facebook page, our Instagram accounts. We do have a social presence, and look at all we have, and perhaps please make a donation. We have a new activity called the Allies Club that will, for $5 a month, you can become a sustaining member, or you can give way more than that. And you get benefits and lots of fun and rewards, and you are part of sustaining a center that serves a very important cause. And lastly, this Sunday, is Pride Fest. I hope you'll all be there. We probably will have close to 2,000 people, live entertainment, food trucks, 70 vendors, I think, at the last count, a parade. It's going to be a great day. So I hope you'll all come and bring your families. Thank you again for this honor. I'm very humbled.
Thank you and congratulations. Our next presentation.
City Manager James Freed will present an honorary plaque to Deputy City Manager Cynthia Broomfield in recognition of her 8 years of dedicated service to the City of Port Huron.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. As I have done for every departing department head in the last 13 years, I'm going to present a little something to Cynthia before she departs our city. 8 years ago, I hired Cynthia. She came to us from the Michigan Senate, where she worked in constituent relations, and before that she worked for the Michigan Bankers Association. When she was interviewing for me, I couldn't get it out of her why she wanted to actually work for me. She put on it, she goes, "I really just want to work for you." I go, "No, you don't. Why are you here?" She moved over here for family reasons, and so I got lucky and was able to land immense talent. Over the course of the last 8 years, Cynthia has been by my side through some very challenging times. Through COVID, the entire COVID pandemic, Cynthia was the front lines, making sure our staff had the equipment they needed, the PPE they needed to ensure that we were complying with state and federal laws. We received $18 million in American Rescue Plan funding. Whenever you receive money from the federal government, it's incredibly cumbersome, a lot of red tape, a lot of compliance. Cynthia has put together all the quarterly reports to the federal government, all the auditing, made sure we're in full compliance for $18 million. She's done an extraordinary job. Then she moved on to the deputy city manager role after Nancy Windsor left. We were blessed to have Nancy with us for the first 4 or 5 years of your tenure here, where she was able to learn from Nancy and not only glean from my knowledge, but to learn a lot from Nancy Windsor. She wanted to be here tonight. She may pop in. She's running late from getting back from Detroit. I have been very blessed to have Cynthia. Our city's been very blessed. She's done historic achievements with the Neighborhood Improvement Authority, with the Harvey Center, with what's going on in South Park. Cynthia has been the driving force behind that. It wouldn't have happened without her. I am a better manager because of Cynthia, and our city is in a better community because of Cynthia. She has served our community with honor and integrity and in dedication, and for that, I am entirely grateful for you. On a personal note, Cynthia is the closest thing I will ever have to a sister. She is I consider one of my closest lifelong friends, and she will move on from here, but we will be friends for a very, very long time. So Cynthia, I want to present this to you on behalf of our community. Cynthia Broomfield, Deputy City Manager, an appreciation for 8 years of dedicated service to the City of Port Huron from a grateful community, administration, and the council. We thank you very much.
Thank you, City Manager Freed and Mayor and Council. Working for the City of Port Huron has been an absolute blessing of a lifetime. I am so grateful for the years that I've spent here. I've been able to touch almost every different department in my roles, between starting as executive assistant all the way up to deputy city manager, a little bit of everywhere in between, but it's been such a wonderful journey. And I am just so grateful for the opportunity to serve our residents. Coming from state government into local, I wasn't sure what that change would be, but it's really taught me my passion for local public service, because I'm really able to actually see the lives changed by the work that we all do here at the city. I would be remiss not to give a shout out to my amazing team with the Parks and Rec, Katie, Ben, Jason, Rob, and Ashley, who are now going to be taking the reins in their own different departments, and you'll see excellent service continue out of them. To my Southside colleagues, Kelly and Tony, and of course the Southside Committee that I worked with, the NIA, the Harvey Center Committee, just forever grateful for their friendship. We came together as strangers, not knowing what exactly could come from the Southside, but the seed has only just started to bloom, and so I'm very excited for the work that they'll continue to do. And of course, City Manager Freed and Nancy Windsor. Without them, I don't know where exactly I would be. They saw something in me I was not able to see in myself 8 years ago, and I am just forever grateful for their mentorship, their leadership, and their friendship. And I will be watching from afar, but a piece of my heart will always be in Port Huron. Thank you.
Thank you.
So just an interesting fact, Cynthia resigned at about 8:16 in the morning, and by 1 o'clock that afternoon, my parents had already bought our house. So my parents will be moving to town. That I will not forgive you for. Best of luck.
Council members, anybody like to say any congrats or anything to Cynthia?
Mayor Ashford?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Cynthia, thank you for all the years of service. You came in right about the same time I did. It was right around the same time, and it's absolutely been wonderful having you in the different roles that you've served. You've always been helpful to me as a council member, and anything we've needed to do. And so it's been really, it's been great to watch you grow. It's been great. You've been a great example of opportunity that exists in the city of Port Huron, and for people that choose to serve the city. So thank you for your service. Really appreciate it.
Anyone else?
Mayor Ashford, I
Yes.
echo all of those statements, and I want to say their gain and our loss. We will miss you very much.
And Cindy, of course I'll miss you. We were little neighbors there. And your mom, you tell her, is she going to go with you? She's going to try to go with you? Okay. So I'll remember those good old days where we came together and introduced her to why and stuff like that. You have a great, warm, loving mom. So I know as she does go, you'll be that much richer where you are. So good luck and God bless you. Okay. So we will proceed with our agenda. Item E.
To hear comments on, To hear comments on the continuation of the Downtown Special Assessment District for the ongoing maintenance of the Huron Avenue Streetscape project. Following the hearing, council will consider adoption of the resolution to continue the Special Assessment District.
Public hearing 26005 is now open. Is there anyone in the audience wishing to address public hearing number 1? Excuse me, is it, sir, is it?
Yes, she's coming for the
Okay,
public hearing.
for the public hearing, okay.
I am well aware of the need for funding for streetscapes and so on and so forth, but over the years, I have tried numerous times to say, hello, that's great, but what is this actually for? And I've been told it's for beautification of the property that you have taxed on front of Huron Street, so on and so forth. I do not have property. I have Huron Street, but I'm not on the street. I am back away from the street. I receive no plantings. I receive no snow removal. I receive nothing for this tax in which is put on us. I have checked with other businesses downtown and everything else, and I've also been told the percentage in which we are asked to pay is because of how much face we have on that street. I have nothing on that street. The bridge is there. The sidewalk that goes up when the bridge goes up is there. That's not me, that's DOT. Just like the grass that's on the other side of my property is DOT that is not maintained. So I'm asking that I get removed off of the Huron thing because I truly don't benefit anything from this, but yet I pay a fair amount of taxes in order to beautify something that I don't get. I've sent pictures. I've put forth all my effort to try to say, I've done this for years, asking and asking. Now I'm just in front of you asking that you look at my property and understand what I'm asking. I'm not receiving, so therefore why should I have to pay?
Okay, thank you. Is there anyone else in the audience wishing to address?
I am Susan Kuhn, and I own Suzanne's. I've owned it for 50 years. I am downtown historic Port Huron. I think we all should be proud of that. I go all over doing my fashion shows. That's how I do tons of my business. But I do say that I think we should keep our downtown looking as good as we can. I know myself, I keep 3 flower beds up out in front of my store. And we have a wonderful lady, Kathy, that comes around with her volunteer shirt on, and she is out there almost 4 days a week, and she volunteers her time. There's other people that volunteer their time, and I do think that we should keep our downtown looking as good as it can be kept. We do want to still have a downtown, and I think we all have to help each other and just pitch in and help. It's going to cost us all a little money and all a little time. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there anyone else that would like to come forth? Okay, thank you.
My name is Donna Drake. I live at 2812 Wright Street. I don't have a comment on the downtown area, but I do have a question for the council.
Excuse me, this is just public hearing time.
Okay.
Okay, thank you so much. Is there anyone else in the audience wishing to speak on public hearing number 1? Okay, going once, twice. Public hearing number one is closed, and I will now consider a motion.
So moved.
Moved by Mayor Pro Tem Archibald, second by
Support.
Councilmember Pemberton. Any discussion?
Mayor Ashford?
Yes.
Discussion simply to look into the public comments on what all this covers, what areas they cover, and if there is anyone indeed on it that isn't benefiting, so that we can respond.
Right. And also, Mayor Pro Tem, I think we received a letter also. I don't know if that was from, Okay,
Yes.
we
it
did.
was.
It
That
was
was
from
her.
her? Okay, so she's here. That's good. Following up. Okay. Any more comments on public hearing number 1 from y'all, discussion-wise? Okay, hearing none. Roll call, please.
Were we getting clarification? Sorry, Mayor Ashford, was that for now,
she-
or is that
No,
a
that's
follow-up?
just a follow-up.
Okay,
just a
okay, I
follow-up.
didn't,
So
Okay,
that someone can get with her and talk to her.
Oh,
about
okay.
it and make
Okay.
sure.
correct.
Thank you.
Yeah, okay, it's been moved and properly second, and now we will have the roll call.
Councilmember Haremza?
Yes.
Councilmember Mosrak?
Yes.
Councilmember Peyton?
Yes.
Councilmember Pemberton?
yes.
Councilmember Archibald?
Yes, can I quickly, I apologize, I did not know my mic was not on. So that was why she couldn't hear me ask for it to be reviewed, so if you can hear me now. I've just asked that someone get with you and talk about whether or not that you should be in that or not, and the city manager will reach out to you. Thank you, I apologize, I know that's not one that should have been done, but I didn't know it was on.
I accept your apology, because I was on a roll. Okay,
Mayor Ashford?
yes. Okay, and now we will, number 2, public hearing?
Mayor Ashford, can I interrupt just 1 second, just for a look? There's a lot of new faces here tonight. Can I, just for a piece of clarity, especially for the woman that came up?
Excuse me, no, you may not. I'll take care of that. I told the young lady that it wasn't time for public hearing, time for, her comments, because most of the times we get a lot of new people in here, and you don't know the order, but this is just public hearing, and you address the public hearing that the clerk reads out and explains to you what that subject matter is. But if you happen to sign up when you came in to speak in public comments, you will be called when public comments are open.
Thank you, Mayor Ashford.
All right, thank you.
Number 2?
Number 2,
To hear comments on the continuation of the Downtown Special Assessment District for the ongoing maintenance of the Military Street Streetscape Project. Following the hearing, council will consider adoption of the resolution to continue the Special Assessment District.
public hearing number 2, 26006 is open. Is there anyone in the audience wishing to address that public hearing number 2? Now is the time to come forward. We're addressing public hearing number 2. Going once, twice, and third time is a charm. So, we will follow up with a motion.
So moved.
Support.
Okay. Moved by
Either one.
Mayor Pro Tem Archibald, supported by Councilmember Pemberton. Any discussion? Hearing no discussion, we will have the clerk call the roll.
Councilmember Mosrak?
Yes.
Councilmember Peyton?
Yes.
Councilmember Pemberton?
Yes.
Councilmember Archibald?
Yes.
Councilmember Haremza?
Yes.
Mayor Ashford?
Yes. Okay, now we're at item 4, F.
So public comment, did you want to read?
Public comments. Okay, now is the time, we will recognize the city residents or city businesses owner at this time who signed up by call, the clerk is going to call your name. So speakers, you may address the city council on any agenda item or any matter under the city's jurisdiction. Speakers, you are allotted 1 4-minute opportunity to make their comments. So you will proceed by calling the first one.
Our first speaker is Astra.
Good evening.
Good evening.
My name is the alien Astra. The city is officially recognizing June as Pride Month for LGBTQ plus humans, and I find this commendable and a necessary step towards furthering tolerance and acceptance. However, I think it's important to shine a light on some of the harsh realities of existing as a transgender or queer person in Port Huron. The personal lived experiences are remarkably profound and should be taken seriously as a safety concern. Walking the streets, even in the downtown square, even in safe spaces such as the hospital, there are numerous incidences of physical violence, hate speech, and sexual misconduct that are intentional assault at these humans. Most of these cases are undocumented. As leaders within the city, you cannot necessarily change the beliefs and actions of these humans. That's out of your control. What you can do is take the necessary steps and actions to address these structural leaks that leave some of the most vulnerable populations at risk. There are strong systemic barriers they face, being a direct target of assault, harassment, and verbal slurs within a housing or employment situation is terrifying and unfair. Additionally, being denied opportunities on the basis of gender expression or sexuality, deliberate discrimination, and this takes place all over the city. This is why those in charge must do their best to support and protect this minority population. And this is why I believe the City of Port Huron should create a local human rights commission to investigate acts of unjust treatment and foster understanding between diverse groups. They can address claims of discrimination, enforce fair housing laws, and properly advise the council on inclusivity and local legislation. Furthermore, I would like to close in saying that to those in Port Huron who don't fully care for the queer creatures, I know that you have big feelings, but let's be factual. There are humans who choose to boldly share their true and authentic selves with the world, those who love differently from how you love. And you must learn to integrate these humans into your community. They deserve a space here too, and they're not leaving anytime soon. Thank you for your time.
Thank you for your comments.
Excuse me. For those first timers, we know that you get excited, and the normal thing to do is to clap, but there's still a meeting going on, and if you have to, we don't want to carry it out like it's, a rally here. So we want to make sure we get our business done up here for you. That's why we're sitting here. Next.
Lori?
My name is Lori. I live at 3522 Congress Street between LaSalle and Holland. I have sent an email to each member of the city council, the city manager, and the mayor, and received responses back from 4 of you, and thank you very much for doing that. But I really do have a concern about the 2 drains that come down onto the beach. And for some of you, this might be a little thing, but for me, it's a really big thing. Because I live on lakefront property in Port Huron, and we pay about 30% of the city taxes. That's fine. I got a beautiful view. I love it. My uncle bought the property in 1942. It's come down through our family. But I'm going to get a $10,000 tax bill here pretty soon, and I have to wade across about 12 feet of water that's up to my knees, that's polluted, to get into the lake to go swimming. Because I believe the drains are not draining correctly. I'm not an engineer, but all I'm asking, please, is that somebody come down and look at it and talk to us. I know there's not money in the budget to fix it this year, but at least explain to all of us who have gone out and dug trenches, and we dug a trench to get Holland Beach open. Holland Beach has been closed because it's so polluted. You walk down to it and your foot sinks in almost up to your knee. almost down to Lakeside, there's standing water. And I believe that this is extremely, extremely unsafe. I see children playing in it. I see ducks and geese, doing what ducks and geese do in the water besides swim. And I just think that it's something that needs to be looked at. And like I say, it's small for you, but it's big for me. I retired back here in 2012 so I could live in that house. And I grew up here and I love Port Huron. But I sure don't like looking at that every single day and trying to wade across that. Those of you that answered me, I thank you so, so much. James has spent time with me and I appreciate that, but I would like somebody to come down and show us, is there something we can do? Is there money we can set aside? What can we, people walk across the lakefront, that's public property. You can walk along there as much as you want, but we just need an explanation, and we'd appreciate it very, very much. So thank you for your time. Thank you all for your service. It's not an easy job, I know, and I appreciate all of your time. So thank you.
Thank you, Lori. Our next.
Donna Drake.
Okay, now we are.
I was wondering if the city council, any member, could give an update on the sale of the Dunn Paper Company. People in the neighborhood are very concerned about what's happening or what's not happening. Haven't seen anything written about it or any real notification as to what's going on. All we see is that great big black wrapper around a 4-block area, all the way down to the water, and something is going on. I would just like to know what the city is doing to try and prevent the sale, forward the sale, what's going on. Has any of the legislatures been contacted? Has the Michigan Environmental Agency been contacted? I can't believe digging up that property for any reason that the paper plant has on is not some contaminated soil. So any help or information you could give me, I would appreciate.
We'll follow up with you.
Sorry?
We don't answer you right now. You waiting for an answer?
No.
Oh, okay.
I just wanted to thank you for listening,
Okay.
and I hope that someone will get back to me or something will be sent out as an email or something. If the residents can do something to assist the city in their proposal, whether they're for or against it,
Right.
we would be more than happy to do so if we knew what that was.
Okay. We will follow up, and thank you so much for your comments.
Alan Lewandowski.
Alan Lewandowski, 1903 Griswold. 19 years ago, on a cold November day in 2007, I was sworn in here as my first term as a city councilman. Today, I'm wearing the same suit that I was sworn in. Surprisingly, I still fit. I'm shocked at that. I was 29 years old. I was a young man. I was ambitious. I was ready to get out there and change Port Huron. And so it's why I'm here tonight. So tonight I'm announcing that I am going to enter the race for mayor. Unfortunately, I don't feel the direction that the city is going is in the right direction. And we cannot survive as a city when our council and won't work together. And I've been through some crazy councils. If you guys remember those times back in 2007 and 2009, people thought the Council of Five was bad back in the 90s. They said the same thing about us, but the one thing that we did do is we got things done, and we did get the city turned around into a better direction. We were on the verge of bankruptcy when I took office, and then right then, the city, the housing market crisis happened, and it was a mess, but we worked and worked. But when I left in 2017, as many might remember, I lost to Pauline Rep in the mayor race, and I was devastated. And if anybody knows, when you lose a race like that, it's hard on you. In the last 10 years, or 9 years that it's been since I've left, I've been working for Macomb County Treasurer's Office, and I get to work with a lot of different politicians, and I've learned that you got to learn to control your emotions. And when I was on council, I could be a little hot-headed sometimes, and that was my style, and I thought it would work. But I made the fatal mistake when John Espinoza, who I used to work for as a state representative, he always told me, if you're gonna run, you make sure you run it, and you run it at the best that you can, and I didn't do that. And I lost to a good candidate in Pauline, but those things happen. And now I'm back, and I told myself I was never gonna run again, but I see what's going on here, and I think I do have to step in and try to make the difference that we need to see, because when I left, Port Huron was on a trajectory that was moving forward. And I've seen that we're starting to flatten out, and I don't want to see that happen. And I had big plans at one time for, being mayor, but, when I lost, it hurt. And so I just took some time off. But now tonight I'm back. Moving forward, whether you agree with Mayor Ashford or any of the council members, you have to work together. That's the key of being a good council. And that's the leadership that needs to be provided into the council. And that's what I think I have that to offer. And, I wish Anita good luck, but I don't wish her too much luck. But I do have to enter this race. I just feel it's something that I need to do. And, I hope the residents understand it's nothing personal between me and Anita. We've known each other a long time. But it's just, I think that the council and the city needs to go into another direction. And hopefully I can provide that leadership that the council needs. Thank you.
Okay,
Our next speaker is TJ Rudicelli Jr.
Good evening, Council, Mayor. My name is TJ Rudicelli Jr. I'm at 1502 23rd Street. If that name sounds familiar, yes, you've worked with my old man before. But I'm here to speak about our union efforts at McLaren Port Huron. I've been there personally for about 4 years now. And about a couple of years ago is when I was asked first if I would like to sign a union card. And at that time I said, hell yeah. I was apparently the second person to sign that union card. And throughout the time, we've worked very hard to form a union, which we have recently won. We are forming 2 separate groups with the nurses, the non-technical unit, which would be housekeeping, secretaries, sitters, nurse aides. And as we have come together collectively, shared our voice, we won our union by a strong majority. Now, McLaren Port Huron has fought our unionization efforts from the start. They've been sending out emails, holding captive audience meetings, making sure that management talked to us about how a union would make everything worse. We know that that's not the reality of the situation. Every card-signing member of our union knows that by coming together and having that collective voice, we can affect positive change in our hospital, not just for ourselves, but for our community. When they speak negatively about the union, they think we're doing it selfishly, that we just want more vacation days, that we want more money. But every person that I have personally spoken to and gotten that signature for a union card, they don't talk about the money. They talk about how they can make that a better, safer place for the community. The first things out of my employees' mouths when I ask them what their complaints are how to make everything better for the patients, for the community. And McLaren has been fighting that. Now they have contested our election and refused to recognize the union that we voted for with the National Labor Relations Board. When they contest it, they have completely fabricated or exaggerated certain aspects with the NLRB, and it's just a stall tactic. Our brothers and sisters in the Teamsters have been dealing with this issue for the past couple of years now. They've actually filed 3 charges of delay of good faith bargaining with the NLRB, just because of how much management has been stalling, delaying the inevitable, and not bargaining in good faith with us. But we will not lose momentum. We know that our community deserves more. The community, they deserve improved patient ratios, well-rested caretakers, improved safety protocols, and complete staffing within McLaren Port Huron. The complete staffing alone would solve so many problems. We've had hours-long ER waits just because they don't want to bring in extra nurses, or not even extra nurses, above the bare minimum. We've had...
Your time is up.
I'm sorry. May I say one last thing?
No, your time is up. Thank you.
I apologize.
Marcy Dombacher?
Hi, my name is Marcy Dombacher. I live at 2718 Eastrick Drive in Port Huron. I've been a resident for most of my life here. I am just here to show support for the Blue Water Ally Center and the Pride Fest. I volunteer there by teaching yoga. If you look at the Ally Center, it's really one of Port Huron's best little jewels, I believe. It is a safe place. As I believe Astra was saying, we have, there's just some threatening situations in our area, and I feel like if we, the city council, the mayor, the residents, kind of follow suit of the Ally Center's goals, maybe we can draw families to this area, maybe focus on the safety of Port Huron's residents. Maybe we'll draw people here, make it a safe place for families. Everybody's wants the same thing, right? We want our families to be safe. We want our children to feel safe. We want our loved ones to be safe. If we focus that for Port Huron, maybe we can actually do something and make it thrive, because I don't really see it completely happening. I don't think it's anybody's fault, maybe just a little bit different focus. Focus on working together and supporting your colleagues. So I'm just here for that, asking for you guys to kind of take a look at that, maybe focus on making our city a safe place. Thank you.
Thank you for your comments.
Our next speaker is Danielle.
Good evening. Danielle Loeffler, 598 Lakeside Park. Thank you, Mayor Ashford and council members for your service and for listening. Got a couple things. June 14th, so it was Monday after the weekend. I like to go down and walk on the beach in the morning. Saw a little bit of trash. Kept walking, saw more and more. I was halfway in the beach. I went one end. Started taking photos and going back. Over 40 photos of different trash on the beach. I know it didn't do quite a good presentation. I just wanted to make sure that the point is out there before 4th of July, because that isn't going to be even a worse weekend. So hopefully we can get some people down there taking care of that trash. And thank you. The parking seems to be helping with the no parking on Conger and Armour. Holland is getting worse, however. Several instances of both sides of the street, people parking. It's hard enough when they park on one street to get through, too, and then also, once it comes around and turns onto Conger, there's that fire hydrant there, and that curb is already very tight, and people are parking right there near that fire hydrant. Several times I've had to walk over to the park, get the cadets to come over and get that taken care of there. And just kind of one other point, 4th of July, people come really, really early. By the time the parking people are there, I would say it's probably a fourth to a third already full. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Trash?
I just want to first start by saying, you need to get this guy under control, okay? No more plaque giving for you, all right? Jeez. I first want to say that as, you've got aliens here now, and you thought I was weird. I want to say as a town weirdo that I have been amazed by how much I have been accepted by so many different people of all different beliefs, ages, all these different things. If you turn us inside out, we all look the same, you know? And we all die and we turn to dirt, so even clowns. So that, I want to, normally I make this stuff up as I go, but I have something to read to you. It was an email that I sent after last council meeting, but I only got response from 2 of you. So I'll read it in case you didn't read it. This is in regards to the crosswalk initiative that you guys didn't pass. Hello, beloved council. That's you. I hope you're having a beautiful evening. The sky's cotton candy right now as I type, and it was different then because I wrote it then, but I hope you're enjoying the evening too. I watched tonight's that council meeting as I was unable to attend, and I just wanted to bring something to your attention. I know that the Art Crosswalk initiative failed, and I know that more information was requested. After doing some brief research without the use of AI, I came upon an entire study regarding the matter. I will include the link at the bottom of, you can't see the link because I'm reading it, but I included the link, which I highly encourage you to do, so let's read that. But here are some stats for you pulled out of the study, and this study was done by the Bloomberg Philanthropies, I believe. The study shows that art at crosswalks revealed to have 50% decrease in the rate of crashes involving pedestrians or other vulnerable road users, 37% decrease in the rate of crashes leading to injuries, 17% decrease in the total crash rate. It may be an out-of-the-box approach to pedestrian safety, but shouldn't we be doing everything we can to have safer passage for those on foot? It's something that costs very little, but provides a whole lot. It was mentioned by a council member that the reason they were going to vote no was because they didn't think the government should involve itself with art, as this could offend this person or that person. Personally, I feel like this is a weak stance, being that the city has art all over. We have concerts, we have, metal sculptures that look like car wrecks. There's art all over the place. Art approved by the city is nothing new, so why should we pretend it is now? Beyond just the safety aspect of a project like this, we provide the community with something that brings people together. That's the beauty of what art does. People take pride in the work they do. Why not inspire them to take pride in the city they live and the streets they cross? It gives the community opportunity to be creative together, and it gives the city the opportunity to have safer streets. We all know that pedestrian passage isn't the best in the city, so why not make cost-effective decisions to make the already existing infrastructure safer? I think if my probably seen as offensive art project of being a clown has proven anything, it is that out-of-the-box thinking and decisions can lead to improvements in the community. 2 yellow hand-painted signs and an email to the news got CN off their butts to start looking at the train bridge. What bureaucracy and normal modes couldn't get done in 5 years, simple art provoked change within a week. Not saying that this is a look at what I did, but more of a look what art can do. Simple art, simple changes can improve your city, so why not encourage it? Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for your comments.
Brian Farquhar? Rachel Farquhar?
For once, my husband doesn't want to talk now. Rachel Farquhar, 19th Ave. It's been a while since I've been to a meeting. just sometimes there's a lot of negativity involving the meetings, whether it's from the crowd or amongst yourselves. And I just chose to sit out for a while. What's brought me here today is the villain of the night, Mr. James Freed. And I say that with joking behind it. Because I've seen a lot of content on social media involving a few different local businesses, Trash the Clown and their dumpster, and James himself getting involved in not only discussing picking up trash in the community, which was discussed here by another member of our community tonight, but encouraging playfulness amongst ourselves. And whether or not citizens out there appreciate that or think that that should be something that our taxpayers are paying for, which was one of the comments I've seen online, I absolutely want my tax dollars to go to our city manager, encouraging local businesses to get their businesses opened and to showcase what that business is going to be. And so I want to thank our city for allowing that to take place, and I want to thank Mr. Freed for participating in that and for showing us as a community that while at first we weren't too sure, as far as having a clown come up here and speak at weekly meetings, it's been beneficial. Because you have people like me who feel odd at times, who feels like a clown at times. I dress a little weird, that's just me. I like to talk about chickens, that's just me. By the way, the chicken signatures will be happening. I have a work event after this weekend. I'm gonna hardcore hit different events. So if you see me at an event, I'm going to have my petitions with me. Please sign them. But that's pretty much all I wanted to say was thank you to the city, thank you to James Freed, thank you to Trash the Clown, thank you to our resident alien that has now been coming, because I think we all need to, as humans, take a step back and maybe look at our interactions with each other from a different perspective than humans, because we're not doing a good job together. We're not doing a good job interacting together. We're not doing a good job communicating together. We can do better. That's all.
Thank you so much. That's it? Okay, that concludes our city residents and city businesses, and we will continue with our agenda here. And we are now at the consent agenda. Is there a motion?
Oh, hold on, yeah. It's the city manager's report and comments.
Almost forgot about you. Oh, wait a minute. My bad. The city manager's report.
Yep. Madam Mayor and Council, you have my written report in front of you. Just so folks know, we do put this report online at porthuron.org/open-government. Our leadership team works together to write this comprehensive report. So we put it online almost the same day the council gets it so that the public can read it. And it tells you project updates, things are going on. So if you're remarkably bored and want to read what's going on, feel free to, it's a doozy of a document. The Dunn Paper property has sold. It sold several years ago. In good faith, we will work with the new owners on any future redevelopment that they're pursuing. Right now, no plan has been put in place. There has been a demolition permit authorized, so that's why the fencing around the site has gone up. They're going to demolish those structures and clear the site, which I think will be a welcome addition. As to what comes next after that, we do not know, but we do have zoning laws to protect the neighborhood. I'm a part of that neighborhood. My wife and my kids and my family live in that neighborhood, and so we are also very vested in the future development of that site. So we're here as good faith partners to work with that property owner on seeing it come to the highest and best value for the community. And as for the drains at the beach, we have, I want to say, between 30 and 50 stormwater outfalls around the city. Many of them go to the Black River, many of them go to the beaches. Eagle, which is the state agency which regulates our stormwater discharge permit, has actually permitted those outfalls at their specific elevation. So if you go back 3 or 4 years ago, those outfalls were actually underwater when the lake level was high, and during wind events, we would actually have water pushing up the manhole covers along Conger. That's how high the water got. But as the lake goes up and down, the permanent elevation stays the same. To move those will require a significant permitting process through Eagle. In addition, several $100,000 to move each outfall, because they're pretty hefty built. They're seawalls, they're steel, they're concrete. So moving them when the lake level goes up and down just isn't feasible, even if the state would allow it. I do not believe the state will allow us to augment that permit, because they have to do it for every other community all across the state of Michigan. But they are permitted to that specific elevation. That's why they cannot be moved, and we don't have the authority to move them without state permission. As for that, we'll work on the trash at Lakeside Beach. I'll send the workers out there. I have a friend who may be able to help me with that. That's it.
Okay, thank you. Okay, any comments or discussion on the manager's report? I'd just like to comment that I think the format and everything is great here. It's a 100% improvement on what we were getting before. It made it look longer. This way it's more condensed, and it's factual in terms of the status updates and the times and just what is happening. And I think that's what we've been trying for all this time to get it where it is today. So thanks for a job well done. Okay.
Now consent.
And now, before we get to consent, I think we should receive and file the manager's report. A motion first before we receive, oh, do we have to have a motion on that to receive and file? Or we can just?
Yes.
We can just receive and file.
If you want official, yes.
No, we can just receive and file because it is online.
Okay.
Okay, so we receive and file that and have that online. Okay, so the consent agenda. Okay, is there a motion?
So moved.
Support.
Moved by Council Member, no, it was moved by Mayor Pro Tem Archibald and second by Council Member Pemberton. Is there any discussion? You're okay?
As to what Mr. Freed just mentioned?
No. No, we're at the consent agenda.
No.
Oh, okay. Okay, so hearing none, okay, I'll go through.
Take the vote.
Yep, take the vote. Roll call?
Councilmember Peyton?
Yes.
Councilmember Pemberton?
Yes.
Councilmember Archibald?
Yes.
Councilmember Haremza?
Yes.
Councilmember Mosrak?
Yes.
Mayor Ashford?
Yes. Under the consent agenda, you have communications and petitions. We have one, receive and file notification from the Michigan Liquor Control Commission that a new application has been received from WSH&R LLC located at 207 Water Street. Under the city, from the city manager, we have one, receive and file the notification that Dale Himela has been reappointed by the city manager to the Port Huron Housing Commission with a term to expire on June the 30th, 2031. Under resolutions, we have four. Resolution number 4, approving clerical and typographics errors to the adopted annual city budget for the fiscal year beginning July 1st, 2016. Resolution number 5, certifying the delegates to serve at the 2026 Municipal Employees Retirement System of Michigan Annual Meeting in accordance with the Municipal Employee Retirement Act of 1984 as amended. Resolution number 6, approving the reappointment of Bill Johnson, he's a licensed tradesman, and James Watson, a master plumber, to the Construction Board of Appeals for the terms to expire June 30th, 2029. And the last resolution here is number 7, is confirming and approving single lot assessments for a large brush and branch pickup in the right-of-way. And that is your consent agenda. And now we will go back to, from the city manager, number 1.
Approving the bid from Raymond Excavating Company in the amount of $457,855 for the south water tower control valve replacement.
Is there a motion? So moved. Moved by Councilmember Mosrak, second by?
Support.
Second by Councilmember Payton. Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Councilmember Pemberton?
Yes.
Councilmember Archibald?
Yes.
Councilmember Haremza?
Yes.
Councilmember Mosrak?
Yes.
Councilmember Payton?
Yes.
Mayor Ashford?
Yes. From the city manager, number 2.
Approving amendments to the 2025-2026 budget for end-of-the-year adjustments.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Moved by Mayor Pro Tem Archibald and second by
Support.
Councilmember Mosrak. Okay, is there any discussion? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Councilmember Archibald?
Yes.
Councilmember Haremza?
Yes.
Councilmember Mosrak?
Yes.
Councilmember Payton?
Yes.
Councilmember Pemberton?
Yes.
Mayor Ashford?
Yes. Moving on to resolutions. Resolutions number 1.
Approving the agreement with BMJ Engineers and Surveyors Incorporated for professional design and construction engineering services for the 24th Street and Elmwood area resurfacing project.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Moved by Councilmember Pemberton and supported by Councilmember Mosrak. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Councilmember Haremza?
Yes.
Councilmember Mosrak?
Yes.
Councilmember Payton?
Yes.
Councilmember Pemberton?
Yes.
Councilmember Archibald?
Yes.
Mayor Ashford?
Yes. Resolution number 2.
Authorizing issuance of sewage disposal system revenue bonds.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Moved by Councilmember Pemberton and second by
Support.
Mayor Pro Tem Archibald. Any discussion? I have some, James, is there any risk factor in this?
No, not at all. In fact, this will inoculate the residents from any rate increases, so we're able to fund our capital projects. We've authorized a lot of capital outlay in the plant. As you know, it's the plant's from the 60s, end of life for major, large components. One of the major components as well is we're rebuilding a odor control system, which is in final design phases as well. We expect construction in the coming year. The tanks, the valves, everything that we've authorized over the last several months, this provides a longer horizon financing, which allows us to keep our rates affordable for residents.
Great.
To the best that we can.
So, okay, great, thank you. Okay, roll call.
Councilmember Mosrak?
Yes.
Councilmember Payton?
Yes.
Councilmember Pemberton?
Yes.
Councilmember Archibald?
Yes.
Councilmember Haremza? Mayor Ashford?
Yes. Resolution number 3.
Approving the lease agreement with the Community Foundation of St. Clair County for the purpose of lease space at 310 Huron Avenue for the Discovery City Children's Museum.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Moved
Support.
by Mayor Pro Tem Archibald and supported by Councilmember Pemberton. Is there any
Yes.
discussion on that one?
Madam Mayor, I'd like to have Katie, our new Recreation and Community Wellness Director, come up and brief you all on this.
Oh, okay, great.
Since you just got a promotion, we expect big things tonight.
Mayor and Council, I just wanted to take a brief moment to thank you for your continued support of our little museum that we are so, so proud of. We're really looking forward to the opportunity that lies in being right on Main Street in Port Huron. I brought with me tonight just a little snippet of an update. I know we had Dawn Schweihofer here last November, I believe it was, and this is just sort of some numbers since then that we've achieved at the museum. So since opening in October of 2024, the museum has seen more than 47,000 visits, field trips coming from all over in multiple different counties, 1,428 memberships, and a lot of our guests are actually coming from outside of the area, which is really exciting, in addition to our locals that come in regularly. and nearly 30% of them are traveling from further than 30 miles away. So we're really proud of what we've done with the museum. The photos there are just maybe an idea of what the facade could look like right on Huron Avenue. So thank you again for your support.
Thank you for all that you do.
Madam Mayor, when we look around the state of Michigan, around the country, we did a lot of research when we first started the Children's Museum. But we knew it would be an economic draw. We just didn't realize how significant it would be. By moving the Children's Museum to Main Street, we'll be able to leverage the foot traffic to help support businesses in the downtown with more people coming in. The city of Coldwater, Bay City, several other communities have these children's museums in their Main Street, and they talk about the economic spin-offs of having it on their Main Street. And so we believe that this will be not just a project to help with our families and our kids, but this is also should be perceived as an economic development project for downtown.
As a draw.
Yes.
Mayor Ashford?
Yes.
I would like to say thank you and show my appreciation to Carissa Kramer from Kramer Realty and the Community Foundation for all of their efforts in helping to find a permanent home for our Children's Museum. I too think being right on Main Street is an excellent location. I think it will be wonderful. I know a lot of hours and hard work went into finding a location so that we could move out of the space that we're in now. And they've spent countless hours, and they've really stepped up, both of them, the Community Foundation and Carissa, to make sure this could happen. So I wanted to say thank you, and I appreciate that.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem.
One last thing. It should be noted that the transition into the new facility is going to take several months. So the Children's Museum will pause in operations in the coming weeks so that we can begin to prepare the new facility and move into our new facility. It also gives the foundation time to do a lot of structural work on the current building that needs to be done. And so, as someone who was at the Children's Museum this weekend with my kids, it's going to be very sad to see the Children's Museum close for several months, but it is necessary to repair the existing building and allow us to transition into a new building. And so there'll be more information to come on that.
Yeah, I too, were you finished? I too think it's a great move and a lot of visibility, and I think most, probably across our country, you find museums, kids' museum or museums just in general on the main street. So I think that was a good move, especially on that corner, so.
Mayor
Thank you.
Ashford?
Yes.
I just wanted to also thank Steve and Michelle Fernandez. I already missed the Country Style Market. I think they did a wonderful job downtown. They made a great effort, and I'm sorry to see them go, but I wish them well on their next adventure. And also, I wanted to ask, now will the Knowlton Museum come back into the previous? Okay, great. I'm happy to see that.
Mayor Ashford?
Yes.
Just want to kind of echo everything that's already been said. I know that the Children's Museum is an economic driver because I get credit card notifications every week for Kate's Downtown when my wife takes the children. And so I think it's a wonderful thing we're doing. I actually got to justify missing bedtime tonight because the Discovery City's on the agenda. I have to be at council tonight. Discovery City is a very important thing in our house, so we're really excited for all the work you guys are doing. It's awesome, and I'm just excited to be a part of it.
Okay, thank you. Yes.
I would note, just to piggyback on what Councilmember Payton said, Steve and Michelle are selling this building to the foundation at a very, very affordable price, and they're doing that which allows us to have a rent rate from the foundation, which is very affordable. So Steve and Michelle not only redeveloped that building, but they went out of their way to sell it at a very, very affordable rate to the foundation to help make this happen. So if it wasn't for Steve and Michelle being so generous with that facility, this would not have happened. And so I do want to thank Steve and Michelle as well.
And I think we all want to thank them. I mean, they were, sacrificed a lot to get to where they were in terms of a store. They were in, Fort Gratiot, and they moved here hoping to be successful, and it just didn't go like that. So, that's the way it is. One door closed, another one open, so we just got to keep moving forward. And we're moving forward in a way that we're still improving upon the city of Port Huron to make a difference. Okay.
Councilmember Payton?
Yes.
Councilmember Pemberton?
Yes.
Councilmember Archibald?
Yes.
Councilmember Haremza?
Yes.
Councilmember Mosrak?
Yes.
Mayor Ashford.
Yes. Item L.
Second reading and enactment. An ordinance to amend Chapter 12 Businesses of the Port Huron Code of Ordinances for the purpose of adding Article 15, an article to establish licensing and other operational regulations for virtual currency machines and associated devices.
Is there a motion?
So moved. Support.
Moved by Mayor Pro Tem Archibald and supported by Councilmember Pemberton. Is there any discussion? Hearing none. Roll call.
Councilmember Pemberton?
Yes.
Councilmember Archibald?
Yes.
Councilmember Haremza?
Yes.
Councilmember Mosrak?
Yes.
Councilmember Payton?
Yes.
Mayor Ashford?
Yes. Now we are at our end of our meeting here almost, where we have non-residents coming forth, and we will recognize you, those who have signed up, and the clerk will call your names. And for the purpose of, she will call your name, and remember that you can address any agenda item or any matter under the city's jurisdiction, and speakers are allotted 1 4-minute opportunity to make their comments. Again, this is residents that are outside of our city.
Our first speaker is Julian Ruck.
I'm back. I'd just like to start by announcing I'm moving back. I have to find care for my mother in Kentucky to do so, but I'm moving back, reestablishing residence to run for local office, which means I will not be, eligible till 2028, but that's okay. Gonna dig my heels in. Actually, speaking of that, late Saturday night, I got off a bus in Detroit, downtown Detroit, at about 11 p.m. And I walked down to Grand Circus Park, downtown Detroit, and then I got on Gratiot, pointed my pretty face northeast, and started walking. I walked 65 miles yesterday, from Detroit to here. I got here about midnight, just under 24 hours of walking, Ravenswood in Michigan, about before my legs didn't walk anymore, they just started shuffling. Special thanks to Light of Christ Church, who doesn't know it, but they let me sit on their porch for a couple hours while I recovered. Why? Why did I do that? Well, you guys remember walkathons, right? To draw awareness, a publicity stunt, and just the beginning. In about a month and a half, I'm going to be walking from Mayfield, Kentucky to Port Huron, Michigan. It's going to take between 3 and 4 weeks. I'm going to have gardener friends of mine join me periodically, and hopefully a whole bunch of Detroit area gardeners coming up with me to protest all the terrible things that have happened to us at the Southside Polly's Place since this deal was made. I would like to point out, we still don't have water there. So any opinions about it's not developed, whatever, a city attorney's now been spreading a letter around saying it's abandoned. It's not abandoned. We're still under contract for the next few months. You know, I knew we would be here, folks. I knew we would be here. That within just a short amount of time, City Manager James Freed would develop over the property, or try to, and we would be in this 12-month to vacate phase. I knew this the whole time. So I've been planning kind of a big protest for this eventuality since the moment we signed the deal. So yeah, I'm moving back with a bit of a vengeance. Half a decade of my life has been stolen from me. Now, I know we all want to think positive, but there is a such thing as toxic positivity. When you're so refusing to look at the realities of the situation, that things just get worse. population of Port Huron has been dropping since 1965, with no end in sight. People talk about plateaus, ups and downs. It's been straight down since 1965. I love this community. I feel I have shown my dedication to this community in some ways is unmatched. I wish I didn't have to keep coming back and living here through winters when I could be making money gardening in warmer places. But it has come to that. So you'll be seeing more of me.
Thank you very much for your comments.
Sandy Schultz.
Hello, I'm Sandy Schultz from Birchville, Michigan. More importantly, I'm Josh Conant's mother. I'm here tonight regarding the Josh Conant ordinance, which this council passed in April of 2025, in memory of my son Joshua Conant, who lost his life. The ordinance was presented as an important step towards improving safety, accountability, and oversight at establishments that serve alcohol and employ security personnel. When this ordinance was passed, the public was told that it would help prevent future tragedies and provide greater protection for patrons. Those were important promises, and they matter deeply to my family. Tonight, I'm asking for more than words. I'm asking for accountability. What documentations exist showing that this ordinance is being monitored and enforced? How many establishments have been reviewed for compliance? Have any inspections, reports, investigations, or corrective actions been conducted under these ordinances? Has the council received updates regarding its effectiveness? It has now been over a year since the ordinance was adopted, which was in April of 2025. If this ordinance was important enough to pass in Joshua's name, then it's important enough to measure, monitor, and report on its results. I am not here simply as Joshua's mother, but I'm here as a citizen asking whether this ordinance if this ordinance is what it's intended to accomplish. If it is working towards the public deserves to know. If it is not, the public also needs to know. My son's life mattered, the purpose behind this ordinance matters, and the community deserves transparency regarding what has been done since its passage. I respectfully request a public update and any available records demonstrating how this ordinance has been implemented and enforced. And the ordinance is Ordinance 20-001. The simple things that are part of the ordinance are fingerprinting, submitted fingerprinting for scanning, complete training in de-escalation, crowd control, and proper and safe restraint, as well as CPR training and reoccurring training every 2 years. Thank you.
Thank you for your comments.
And our final speaker tonight is Katie Markart.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, my name's Katie Markath. I'm here today to follow up with many of the union members you see here today in the green, and a few of us in the back here in the Teamsters shirts. Sorry, I'm a little nervous. I wasn't ready.
Take your time. Laws are not before.
But most of them know I'm pretty chatty, so I'm going to make the most of this 4 minutes. So I am a registered respiratory therapist, and I have been working at McLaren Port Huron Hospital for the last 10 years. And I'm not exaggerating when I say this is the worst that I have personally ever seen, you know, what's going on at this organization. And I think it's important, that's why we're here today, to bring awareness, so everybody knows what we've been going through with the facility. So I'm with the Teamsters, and we've been trying for the last 2 years to get a contract, which I'm not sure who's familiar with unions, a lot of us, it was our first time, but this has become very drawn out. And they're doing a lot of unfair tactics to really, prolong us being able to get this contract. We do have charges against them, many charges. Some of them include them going against status quo. So, for an example, like clockwork, every October we usually get a small raise. It could be cost of living raise, and something of that nature. And this year, the last 2 years, we did not get it. McLaren didn't give us our raise. And there's 120 members, I believe, in our bargaining unit alone. So respiratory therapy, this covers your imaging, ultrasound, echo, surgical techs, your people that work in cardiovascular lab, surgical techs, just many people in the healthcare, in the facility. So we didn't get our raise, and they said it was status quo, and they ended up raising our insurance anyways. So our insurance went up every year in January, but we didn't get our raise. So that's one of the unfair moves that they have made. We also have been dealing with them not releasing our stewards to go to negotiations, which is not really allowed. They should be allowing us to attend the meetings and working with our schedules, putting out dates ahead of time so we can work around, to get time off, not to get time off, but to work it into our schedule because we're already so short-staffed, so we're trying to get people to cover us in our areas. I'm not sure if that makes a lot of sense. Like I said, I'm very nervous. So between not allowing our stewards to make it to the meetings, to negotiate for another issue we've had is them not showing up, which they haven't shown up at an appropriate time since we've started. And like I said, we unionized 2 years ago in July, and we started our negotiations in November. So November will be 2 years that we've been at the table, and I can't think of one time, and I've made it to every single meeting right up until I just recently was on maternity leave, but I made it to somewhere between 30 and 40 meetings of my own time, unpaid, to help support, to get us the staff we need, it's more than staffing. The community deserves a facility that can provide good care. And I don't know if you've noticed, but if you go on to the Port Huron page or you go on to any social media, you see a lot of bashing towards.
I'm sorry, your time is up, but thank you so much. Okay, let me get you guys out of here, okay? All right, so the announcements is our last thing on our agenda tonight, and our city offices will be closed on Friday, July the 3rd, and that's in observance of Independence Day. So thanks everybody for your input tonight, for your, first and foremost, for your presence, and especially for your input. And just know that we're always here, and we all could be reached, email or telephone. We're all publicly out there, so we represent you. And with that,
Madam Mayor,
oh,
just two things. First and foremost, I will have a comprehensive report on the Joshua Kona ordinance. I will have that provided and released to you before the next meeting. So I will get that information to you. We have been compiling that already. Of just looking at how it's being implemented, interviews with businesses I can update you on. As people are calling, asking us about it, so we've been actually helping them where to get training, what to do, what's included. I will get you a report on those efforts. The second thing I would say is the City of Port Huron has 7 collective bargaining units within the City of Port Huron. I have worked with them for the last 12 years, And I can tell you that the 7 collective bargaining units have made the city of Port Huron as an organization much better and stronger. About 7 months ago, my oldest daughter, Lucy, had a terribly, terribly high fever that we couldn't get down. In fact, I called one of the paramedics on our fire department, and I said, "What should I do?" And he says, "Your daughter's at risk of going to have a seizure. You need to get her to the hospital immediately." And so I drove my daughter to McLaren. It was in the middle of the night. And there's nothing more horrifying than handing off your little girl to a stranger worried for her safety. But since you're all here tonight, I just wanted to say thank you for the exceptional care that you gave my daughter. Never once did I think they were short-staffed, because you guys worked so hard to make sure my daughter got exceptional care. So thank you for coming tonight and providing me the opportunity for saving my daughter. Thank you.
So with that, I know our jurisdiction is kind of limited to sometimes what we could do when they come before us. Since you have so much expertise in that field, is there anything that you could share with them that we could do from the perspective of the council? I think that's what you really need to know, where you can get some traction.
There's hard power and there's soft power, and we will use all the soft power we need to help you guys. If that's the purview of the council.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, we want you to do whatever you can to help them. That's why they're here.
It was conversations I'll take up with leadership when I have them.
Yeah, no, I didn't mean for you to do it here, but you will be available, whoever is the spokesperson out there. Get in touch with Mr. Freed. As he said, he has some ideas. Maybe he can bounce off you to help you get some results, because that's what it's all about. You can have all the efforts in the world, but where are the results? And how do you get there to get it? And I'll take this off my case, Ms. Schultz, so I had it down here to make sure that we follow up on Josh's metrics and how we're being held accountable. Okay, so anybody else has any last thing? I did have one for you, the speaker. You haven't talked about your chickens in a while. We were on a call today with state, and they talked about chickens. The bill is still there, but you have to be recognizant, because it's not moving anywhere. And if they get through it this way, you know, before they get out of there, then it's going to die. So you might want to put some emphasis with some of the representatives up there. Yeah, you might want to go there. Yeah. So, okay, so is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Support. So moved and it's supported.